Hi everyone, today is August the 25th, 2014, and today is, I believe, day 41 post-op of my lower jaw surgery for my severe overbite that I had on July the 14th of this year. The reason why I haven't made any new videos a lot sooner is because I had a really difficult time talking and it was just very uncomfortable for me. On top of that, I was also very swollen, so I thought I would just wait it out to make a video where I was less swollen, so you can see the better idea of what I look like. So going back to the actual surgery, I'm just reading the notes that I wrote down. The actual surgery itself, I wasn't really scared for. I was just really anxious to get it over with, really. I did my x-rays and molds 2 weeks before surgery. I didn't do any CT scans or anything fancy like that. It was just x-rays and molds. I didn't even do any measurements. No Photoshop. At the hospital itself, I did not sleep. It was very uncomfortable. The pain level at the hospital was 8 out of 10. Actually, for the entire first week was an 8 out of 10. The pain meds did not help at all. I was on morphine and Tylenol 3. None of it helped. My surgeon moved my lower jaw forward approximately 8 millimeters and another 8 to 10 millimeters with my chin, which he said I had a lot to recover from because I had a severe overbite. So 2 centimeters approximately in total is quite a bit for jaw surgery. For the first week was just the worst. It was very painful and time flew by so fast. A lot of people on YouTube compare the pain to that of a wisdom tooth extraction, and for me that was not the case. It was so painful and so depressing, and it was just not fun, and I would not wish that upon anyone, especially when your medications don't help. Bruising and swelling peaked on day 4. I had really bad bruising. I had like bruising all the way here, all the way down to my neck, on my shoulders. I had bruising all the way down to my nipple. There was bruising, and I did Google images of bruising from jaw surgery, and I had not seen anything like what I had on the internet. I don't know. It was just really bizarre how bruised I was. It was purpley and black. It not fun. The bruising did go away after week 3 to 4, and then I just had yellowish green bruising after that. And I think it's gone for the most part. There's no bruising anywhere. During recovery, I had to wear my splint 24 hours for the first week. And I thought that was a challenge just because it was so hard to eat, and it would take hours for me to eat that I couldn't even wear my splint for 24 hours if I wanted to. And then after the first week, I saw him, and he said I could wear the splint just at night. And I also noticed during the second week that I developed an overgrowth of gum tissue at the back of my molars because it was just very painful. What had happened was I had an overgrowth of gum tissue coming out of my incision lines at the back by my molars, and it grew so large and it was so inflamed that it would sit on top of my last molars, and it was very painful to wear my splint, if you can imagine. And also I could not chew as well. Up until this point, actually, I still can't chew just because I recently got my gum tissue lasered off because it did not heal. How it's supposed to heal is you are supposed to brush against the gum tissue inflammation with warm salt water, and that should make it bleed and make it reduce in size. But unfortunately, brushing against it did not help for me. So I had to get it lasered off, and so currently I do have wounds and stitches at the very back. But the other wounds in the front dissolved at week 3, and they did not bother me at all. I do have numbness here, my lower lip, and also along the insides of my lower jaw, which I actually didn't really notice until last week when the sensation started to come back. I noticed it coming back because when I brushed my lower set of teeth, it was very difficult because the sensation was so strange and bizarre. So eating. During recovery, I ate a lot of soup, like mushroom soup and chicken noodle. I did a lot of green juice. I found that that really helped because on days that I didn't have time for green juice, I did notice that my swelling didn't reduce as much. I started eating mashed potatoes on day 7, which was very, very tiring because I could only open at that point this much. I remember eating mashed potatoes for the first time. It took about like an hour, and then I was so tired from eating mashed potatoes that I just passed out afterwards. On day 10, I ate pasta for the first time. I didn't chew it, but I only swallowed it. Right now, I can eat omelets, rice, pretty much anything that's soft. I can eat sushi now. That's about it. I haven't eaten vegetables yet. I blended all of my vegetables in juice form. After surgery, things that I've noticed is my TMJ is no longer present. It's completely gone. I'm pain-free from TMJ, which is a plus because if you have TMJ, you know how painful it is. I don't have to push my jaw out anymore, which is a blessing. My tongue can now relax perfectly. Before, my tongue would like just hang out just because my lower jaw was so small. There's more symmetry now. I mean, it's still slanted if you can tell, but it's a lot better than what I had before. My chin is a lot more symmetrical. I have no more shadows casted because I don't have an overbite anymore. I would say I have less fat. I mean, I'm still very swollen, but it feels like there's less fat. Like I'm less, what is it called? I'm less pouty in the cheeks. I'm more dimensional as well. The biggest thing I've noticed is also my lip posture. My lower lip is now supported by my upper lip, and they meet correctly now, which I think is the biggest change, is my lips, the way my lips look. Also, my confidence, right after surgery, my confidence skyrocketed. The fact that I could finally do this, and it aligns perfectly, was enough to boost my confidence, even though I was bruised. Psychologically, I still think I have an overbite, so I do tend to look in the mirror a lot, and I do take a lot of selfies, not because I am vain, but because I think I still have an overbite. Currently, I have no regrets, but for the first week, it was so painful. I wish I hadn't done it. For the first week, I was asking myself, why did I put myself through this? But now, day 41, I can see that it's completely worth it. I started seeing my orthodontist last week, and I'm wearing elastobands to close the gaps. I see my surgeon the next month, so I no longer have weekly checkups. And right now, I can only put 2 fingers in my mouth. And by week 8, he said you're supposed to be able to put 3. So I am working on stretching my mouth out. I will insert more photos in this video, just because I think that's helpful for those who have overbites as well. But I will show my profile in the video right now. As you can see, it's more aligned. I still can't really smile properly just because it's really stiff and swollen. I I no longer lisp like I used to with an overbite, but I am lisping now because I do have open wounds in the back. But I think after those heal, my lisp will go away. But I have noticed that my speech has improved, um, which is a plus, obviously. And I think that's all I've noticed with jaw surgery. And I guess I'll update you guys later when I have more to update you guys on. So thanks for watching.